Hey, it's your boy Chango coming at you with another video. This video is Bill Burr's brother used to record his parents' arguments. Brought to you by Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. I didn't know he had a podcast, but this should be funny. You got two redheads, right? Two gingers. And this suggestion was brought by Instigator Artworks. She actually suggested a whole bunch of them, which I'm excited. Apparently she's a Bill Burr fan, and I am too, so I'm excited to check this out. The only thing though is I've done Conan O'Brien stuff before and it's been taken down. So we'll see how this works out. Anyways, let's get right into it.
I have empathy for like kids and animals.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
It's a nice start off. That's
something.
a starter kit.
It's
Yeah.
something. That's a step in the right
Starter
direction.
kit.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
they
didn't
say-
mean to-
Jesus.
I didn't mean
No, they
to-
say that's
No,
what
you know what? I'm old enough to. I'll never satisfy you.
Bill,
That's a
they,
step in the right
they
direction.
say that is what would separate you from, say, a sociopath, a serial killer, is that you care about animals, you care about children. So that's good. That's good
There
news
you
for
go.
you today.
Because I've taken those polls. You ever see that poll? Are you a serial killer?
With a test.
Yes, I
Yeah,
have,
after the
I have
fourth-
taken that test.
after-
It has not gone well.
Yeah, exactly. After the fourth question, you're like, all right, let's. I don't need to take the rest of this.
Do you laugh
Am
at
I
the
a
pain
late-
and misery of others? I think we got that one.
If it's on TV, and I don't like. Look, I don't. I'm trying to think of something. Yeah, no, I think I do. Every time I saw that guy wipe out on his scooter, oh, it was amazing. He was this older guy.
Well, that's always funny though. People falling always.
Wait,
makes
an
me
older
laugh.
man was on a what? He's on a scooter?
He was on his scooter. He was riding like a Harley, and he came whipping out. It was one of those. I was on the other side of the road, and there was this concrete divider, and he was going too fast, and he couldn't make the turn, and he hit the concrete thing, and he high-sided and went like up and over, just like landed and just
Sounds like
slid on his
Biden.
face.
Oh my
And I had to stop my car, right? And I was the first guy there. And he had rolled over on his back, and I walked up to him, and he was just like, unconscious, just going like, it's like
That
spitting.
sucks.
Well, get to the funny part.
The funny part is when this cop finally shows up. The guy was like fucking like 55. It's like, should you have been retired by now? When did you start becoming a cop and you're still driving a cruiser? So he pulls up and just completely could give a fuck. He just walked up to the guy. He had his hands in his pockets and he just looked over and he just goes, "You all right?" Yeah, it was. and
You
I
relate
just-
to this. When I was a kid, I don't know if you ever saw this, but there was some Christian network. Back then, there was nothing on TV. There
Right.
were a couple of channels. There was never anything good on. And there was this show that we used to watch that was made with sort of claymation puppets called Davy and Goliath.
Oh yeah.
And they always supposed to have a good moral about how to behave. Davy was a boy who would sometimes do naughty things, and then he'd learn his lesson, and it was put out by some association of ministers. I swear to God, my brothers and I would watch this because you would flip the channel, and they're bowling on one channel, and there's a Catholic Mass on the other channel. So you'd watch Davy and Goliath, because at least it was a story, and there was some claymation.
Right.
Anyway, Davy and Goliath go camping with the dad and the mom, and Davy goes off and he sees a well, and or he sees a beautiful natural pond, and he finds some paint, some raspberry paint, and he pours it into the pond, turning it all bright, red. And
It's a big bucket.
and yeah, huge but was a little pond. And then he's laughing. He says, "Look, Goliath, I made a big thing of raspberry goop." And then the father comes in and yells at him and says, "Look what you've done." And all the animals are gathered around, and they can't drink from this pond anymore because
brother.
it's been ruined. My brothers and I were laughing so hard. We were crying. We were laughing so hard. I'm telling you, I understand exactly what you're talking about. I think these animals ended up dying. And my brothers and I are on the floor laughing that Davy had said, "Look, I made a big thing of strawberry." It's terrible. I'm sorry, but
There's no reason to apologize.
Yeah,
they were
is.
claymation animals.
No, there is.
Like nobody
There
died.
is.
You know, did you ever pour raspberry paint into a pond?
No, I
So
saw
it's
that.
fine.
But if I had,
You can sit there and laugh. You know what I loved is when Davey every once in a while would get into a fight and he would get the shit kicked out of him.
Uh-huh.
Because it was claymation, it didn't have the money. His hair was still perfect, and then they just put a couple of strands of clay on his to indicate that Davey got his ass kicked. They have no idea what we're talking about. This show was on 65 years ago.
Yeah, but I'm trying to explain our childhoods. This is what it was like back then. There's nothing to watch, nothing to do, and occasionally someone in the house would lose their temper in a way that would frighten you, and then it was never spoken about again.
Yeah, that was it. My brother, I don't know if I'd ever tell you this. My brother was like a genius, man. My parents used to argue. He had a dual cassette boombox, and he used to record the argument and then put music underneath it. And one of the greatest ones ever was he put Led Zeppelin No Quarter, which has this really, John Paul Jones plays this haunting keyboard. It was right there. It was scored perfectly because it started off slow with them going back and forth, and then gradually, and just Robert Plant, close the door, put out the light. And right as Bottom's drums, came in, my dad, fuck, no, get the fuck out of here. Dude, and we used to listen to that fucking thing for like years. And then we finally played it for my dad, and he laughed his ass off. I thought it was hilarious. He thought it was fucking hilarious. He never understood anything. We had him watch The Great Santini one time, hoping that he would get it, and he didn't. He ended up just loving the movie and just walking around going, I am the Great Santini. We're like, no,
it's about a dad who's very abusive to his son.
Yeah, who loves his family but doesn't understand that he's slowly killing everybody.
Yeah. And your dad watched that and thought, thank you for showing me
he thought
this uplifting film about how we should all behave.
It was like Sleepless in Seattle. When Harry met Sally.
All right, so yeah, when people are up against gravity and they lose, holy shit, that is like gold for me. You want to make your boy Chonko laugh? Fucking send me some suggestions with people falling, and I fucking I don't know what it is, dude. Or dumb animals doing some dumb shit. Like, that is the funniest shit, man. So I feel him on that, right? But, he was sitting there talking about how there wasn't shit to watch. Now, they're a little bit older than I am. So some of the shit that they were talking about, like, way over my head. Like, I don't know who the fuck Davey is. But, and statistically speaking, all of you guys are younger than me, right? I have a lot of young viewers, so if I don't know what the fuck that is, I can't imagine you guys do. But back then, there wasn't a whole lot of shit to watch. I think he's onto something there, right? And God, I remember when like DVR came out. That shit was fucking wild, right? You can record your shit, right? And I remember like when I moved out of my parents' house for the first time and I ordered TV. I remember the installer came and he showed me how to rewind and fast forward and all this shit. Tell me why I couldn't understand why I couldn't fast forward live TV. Not live TV, but if it was a rerun, right? Why can't I fast forward it? And I couldn't fathom that. It's a rerun. When I get live TV, right? You're watching the fucking New York ball drop. Or you're watching the countdown. Obviously, you can't fast forward reality, right? But if I'm watching a rerun of fucking MASH or whatever the fuck, like, why can't I? I always thought that was the dumbest shit. And then later after that, fucking Netflix came out and all that shit. And I feel like when the beginning days of Netflix, those were like the golden years, right? That shit was awesome, right? And then everything needs a subscription. Like, why? I just watched some video how Logitech wants to charge a subscription for a mouse. What? I gotta pay monthly to use my mouse? Get the fuck out of here. No, sir. That's not Chongo approved. But you know what is Chongo approved? If you like and subscribe. See what I did there? While you're at it, hit the notification bell, comment down below, and blah, blah, blah. But this was entertaining. You know, he's sitting there talking about how he recorded his parents' arguments. You know, I never thought to do that. Because I wish I did, because that would have been awesome, right? Fucking 30 years later, and I'm like laughing at fucking Chongo Sr. and my mom fucking arguing. If I can like watch that or listen to it on cassette. Anyways, I'm just rambling. That's all I really got. You guys take care. Peace out.